going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 8 of our Bury Youth Career Mode, and today we are going to finish up our second season down here in League 2, and hopefully we can go ahead and survive the promotion race. Now, we've only got, what is this, 4, 6, 7 games left in the league season. Last episode we kind of went a little bit longer than we probably should have, but so this one will probably be a little bit shorter, but what we just want to do is finish in that top 3, and at the moment we are 12 points ahead of Exeter, so not too many more wins needed. So hopefully we'll cruise through today, get a couple of wins early on, and make sure we are promoted into League 1. Rice wants out. We're obviously going to take care of our youth players. That is a large portion of what we are doing here at Bury. So let's take a look at Rice and see where he sits. 77 to 83. We'll just promote him to the senior team. That's all right. Him we can release. As we go through, we kind of just collect players who aren't gonna really make at least the over 80 overall cut at the moment, and cut them out of the team and see what we can really build here, as players surely will continue to get better as we move up and get better scouts and things of that nature. So what we do is cut them as they go. The lower ones we're not going to really need. They won't get any time eventually, and eventually we just move on that way. But we got a game against Newport here. We can grab 3-4 wins in a row, and that'll be that. Obviously that's a lot, but a 1-0 win to start it off here is a good way to go about it. Player suspended. Monthly report we just went through, but we've got ourselves some more scouting updates from our scouts all around. He might be pretty decent. Very rarely are we getting too many people from the man scouting in China. I assume he's our worst scout, and our best scout does come, I believe, right here from Germany, though we didn't really get anything. We got 1 player out of those 3 scouting reports, though the season will end soon and we're going to be able to get newer scouts, hopefully better scouts. We can move a scout on and get in a better scout at least. That would be ideal. We got a home game here against Forest Green, whose form has been a bit off, a bit random the last couple of games. We can take advantage of that. 4-1-2 from Rice, who's coming along really nicely. We'll be able to go ahead right here. Whoops, where are we going? Everybody is so exhausted, as you can see. Waiting for the season to end. What do we want to do here? Collins can't. He's growing so well, but the problem with Collins is that he doesn't stay fit very much as of late, but everyone else is growing rather well, as you can see. Silvestre, the left back we bought in for free, is coming along really, really nicely, which is something I will definitely be a little bit proud of. 14 points with 5 games to go. That is going to be that. I assume 2 points, a point will get us through to League 1 and a promotion the second year. I didn't think it would happen like this. Thought we'd definitely be challenging for these spots, but we're going to finish well ahead of the promotion playoff places, which is pretty incredible, though we don't get the win there, which is a bit of a shame. It's just delayed a little bit, I assume. Let's take a look. 13 points with 4 games to go. We are up into League 1. We went flying through this division this year as Lee moves up to 68 overall. I'm just hoping these players are good enough and ready enough for the next division, because we obviously don't want to come back down. That would probably get us fired. So we got Wimbledon right at the end here. Let's see if we can finish this off. We'd like to win the league from here on out. Hopefully we can. So we got a game against them there, and Ameson gets hurt, but Telford gives us the victory here, and that's probably what we're looking for over the summer, a striker that can definitely come in and get ready to go. We have a striker in the academy, but he wouldn't be ready for next year just yet. Silvestre 63 overall. Rolling up. He is getting good quickly, which is very awesome. He should be ready for next year to jump right into the starting lineup, which is what we want. Regens all over the place. We're second place here. We'd like to win the league. We'll try and win the league. Away from Oldham. Away to Oldham, who have grabbed 7 in 3, which is a good little run they're on. And we do beat them, though. Lee is a bit hurt, though, unfortunately. Hopefully he's okay. Though it's the end of the season and we're already up, so it doesn't really matter. 7 days, not too big of a deal. And after this game, we'll get another training session in. Auto-replace players just for the game. And the team is coming along nicely. We've got some pretty decent players all over the park compared to where we started. And a 4-1 victory here, though the goalkeeper is hurt. I hope he's okay as well. Don't need any more injuries. Let's see. Who left out here? Lang, we did. Lang, Morris, Sylvester, Alvarez, and Lee is the hurt one. So what we can do is try the center forward. See if we can get him moving in the right direction. For now, we aren't going to need one eventually. And Lang moves up to 61 overall. He looks like he's going to be pretty good. Everyone else moving along nicely. We'll just train the center forward for the rest of the year. Lee coming along nicely as it is. Xavier, 7 days. He'll probably miss the last game or two, perhaps. Sylvester, though, could get into the lineup. We'll put him in the lineup for the rest of the year. Why not? He's only 1 overall back of McFadzean, or 2 overall back, but it's not a it's not a difference maker at the moment. So let's go ahead and move forward. We got 1 game left. We can. Well, we are top of the table, so we can win this game and win the league. Squad report. Don't need to look at that per se, but we can look at our monthly squad update. Nothing, nothing, definitely nothing. Okay, next year we're gonna have a new scout or 2, so we may be getting better quality players in, and hopefully players that don't. And I'm gonna sign him up. 17. Okay, so hopefully we can get a better scout, at least a win here. Let's see if we can win the league first. They've collected 4 of their last 3. A bit mixed for Bristol, and we do win the league. Just the goal, nothing else happening in that game. And we do win League 2 after finishing 8th last year. We've grown quite a bit, and champions of League 2 is where we are, which is awesome. Very nice. A very, very good growth for just 1 year, it seems. So we'll definitely take that. Now what we can do, let's see if we'll take a look at what they needed our objectives to be to start. We are at 90. Doesn't really matter. Completed. Finish the season with blank unspent allocated funds, transfer budget, and wage budget. Let's go ahead. Oh, so we can't really move the wage budget. 1.93 million. That's decent enough, I suppose. We didn't really spend too much money, of course. We bought the free player and we were looking for strikers, but nothing too great, or the ones we found we couldn't really buy considering they were just bought into the club. So it's a difficult situation. Hopefully this summer will be a little bit better when it comes to that sort of thing. We should be able to buy a striker or 2. They should be still on our short list as Sylvester moves up to 64 overall. Morris is coming along rather well as also. 95 points from 46 games. This is pretty decent. Hopefully next year, as we continue to grow these players right now, hopefully we can bring in a really good striker. Possibly, yeah, probably just a striker. We'll see what else we can bring in as we look to move in the right direction and really want to survive next year. If if we survive next year, the board will probably want us out in 3 or 4 years probably, and we can definitely get that done, as I believe Collins is back. Collins is back. So let's bring him in, just so I don't forget he exists. What do we got here? That would be the team right now as we look at it, actually. Why'd I do that? Alright, let's take a look at what the team would look like right this moment, as the center back is really close to jumping in ahead of Aimson. So if we put the center back in, just for the sake of it, Xavier at 77, so we got regen, real player, regen, 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 real player, regen, regen, regen. So another midfielder to come good, and then a striker, though Telford's doing really well. So, and Morris, really, if we wanted to, could pop in there, and we could have almost regens across the board, which in 2 years, which is pretty good. Obviously, if I were playing the games, we could just get rid of them all right off the bat, but this is a bit different the way we're going about it, as we're trying to sim our way to Champions League winners. So we'll keep our wits about us and keep just surviving as we go, but we're very, very close to being solely regens anyway. Jay Cooper wants to get out. Promote him. Ooh. Oh, that's Lang. Okay, 61 overall. He's pretty good too. We'll keep him in here for a little bit. We'll promote Lang because he's 61 overall already, and once he gets really good, then we'll move him up. Looks like he's going to be pretty decent as well. We always got to keep going in there and just bringing players up or cutting players down. It's a bit of everything. Not sure where the wage budget came from, but it is what it is. And before the end of the year, we got to keep on rolling. Oh, God, these... All right, now they're all starting to want out. Here's the issue. It was Rossi, Eduardo Rossi. Anyone else we can just promote? You're 17 already, which is kind of a shame. But that's alright. We'll keep him down here for the moment. You look like you're going to be pretty good. You I can release because the left back we picked up looks like he's going to be rather good. So we'll keep it going that way. So let's go ahead and move forward a little bit so we can train our players. We're going to move forward until the transfer budget comes in next year. And then we're going to go ahead and end the episode. This one's not going to be super, super long, as nobody moved. That's just a bad training day, top to bottom right there, from everybody. Waited a whole week for that. Disappointing. Let's get to Saturday. We got 1 month left. This is 5 training sessions. 4? Should be 4. Hopefully we can get everyone up another overall or so. Though Morris isn't growing too much. Silvestre is growing. Alvarez will definitely grow once we get him into the first team playing. Silvestre as well. Though everyone coming along rather nicely. Another youth squad report. Player contracts expiring. I'm not too worried. Okay, so let's get rid of the monthly report. Check out if we got any more players before the end of the year. You can come in. I think it looks like a grown man. He's got a goatee and everything at 15. 17. No, thank you. Okay, it's a pretty decent one. Thought about it, but next year, it was 75 to 94. Next year, we're going to get a new scout, good scout. So hopefully, we'll get better quality players as we move up through the divisions. So we don't want to get too many players, and we just collect the ones that are going to end at 94 and go about it that way. Let's see what we got here. Hamidou Amadou, I guess, moved up one. Sylvester moved up one as well. Very nice. We'll take it. Alvarez has almost moved up one. Morris is about to get a good chunk there. Surely in his next one. Very close to the end here. Simming our way through. Amadou moves up and Morris gets close as well. We have 2 more training sessions for Morris. We're going to find 2 more training sessions that move quickly. See if we can get him to 65 overall for the next year. He's just not moving super quickly through his current training session. It's getting to that point where it's delete session. Or we can, you know what, Morris is in a good spot. He's 60 overall already, this center forward. He's very quick though. We're gonna do this one instead. So what we'll do, then we'll cut Amadou off. I'm sorry, buddy. It's just someone coming along that's a little bit better. Ball control. What about passing? We just did passing, I guess. Well, he's gonna get 2 training sessions in this, I suppose. All right, let's do this. Let's see if we can get him up a little bit really quickly. He's got 1 more training session, I think, and then we'll start him off on the training sessions next year, and he may jump into the team sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and get this going, and he does move up to 61 overall, which is good. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. Lang, Bauer, Sylvester, Alvarez is what we're going to do for the next year, just to start. We're going to jump right on into that right now. See what our budget is. We may buy a striker, a midfielder perhaps. We'll see what we can do money-wise. Really down here, what you're looking for is just to find the players. They have to have good stats, of course, but the ones that are up there, 61, 62, 63, that have good stats and high values down here, it is at least, are probably the best way to go about it. Just bringing players in. Portugal win Group B, Germany also through. Okay, so let's get into the next season, see what our budget is, set our training, and that'll be that for this episode, and we'll be making our way next episode into season 3 in League 1, which would be very much where we wanted to be. First season they want us to go straight up. I didn't think we were going to go straight up considering the project we're kind of creating, and we didn't, but we did survive. And then we the next year took the league by storm, obviously, and won at 95 points. Very nice indeed. 2 points a game pretty much, which is pretty good. And up we go to League 1. So in League 1, the idea, of course, first year is to not get relegated. But I think, depending on how the team are built up here, I think we'll be okay. I think we're good enough to go ahead and fly forward. It's the way that FIFA set their rating system up. The rating system between where we are and, say, the bottom of the championship isn't a huge gap. It's not a gigantic gap. Bottom of the championships is 70s, lower to mid 70s, and we've got players kind of getting near that already. I think we'll be okay this first year. Obviously, the goal is to survive, and we'll see what happens in the few seasons afterwards, but this first season, of course, we want to survive. Maybe a decent cup run, we'll see. England beat bitter rivals Poland 3-1. Yeah, so hopefully that is what is going to happen. Take forever to set up this new season, of course, but our 3rd season in charge, already in League 1. It's a decent spot to be in, and of course we're going for the Champions League here in this save. We'll see how long it takes us to get up there. Or hopefully we don't get fired before then. hopefully we can get up there. The goal toward the top end is, of course, to keep the players and avoid having to sell on players you don't want to sell on. Keep the good players around and they will grow into a contender, kind of like we did with this group of players at the moment, though I believe we'll have better players once we get up there. But if we keep this current set of players, we can get to the lower end of the Premier League if they just keep on growing. 70s or high 70s, low 80s, some of these potentials, if we can get them all the way up there, that's a good spot to be in. So let's go ahead and get 2 training sessions on Bauer. There we go. And then we had the center back, Lang. What did we have for attack position? Where's that at? Dribbling can't be. We'll try this one. Okay, we'll do this one for Lang. And we had the center back and the full back. Sylvester, though, doesn't look like he's not what I wanted to see. Alvarez still has his little graph there. We're going to continue to grow Alvarez. I wanted a little bit more out of... Oh, we can grow Collins too still. Do we want to... Collins is going to play every game if he can play. Do we want to grow a lower end one? Keep going up? Morales? Yeah, we'll grow Morales because he's coming along rather nicely. We'll go on the defending portion because he's got the attacking portion in a good spot. So we'll go with this group for now, and hopefully it can turn into something nice. Hopefully Bauer is ready to roll for the new season. So let's go ahead and check our budget. 4.39 million. We can do something with that. That's something we can definitely do. If the left back's not going to grow anymore, we can get another left back in and have our starter and backup ready to roll for the foreseeable future. We'll see what else we can do here. Let's get you out of there as Telford is gone. I guess we'll keep him in there. Or, well, he's 62 overall. We can get Bauer straight into the team. So it'll be right... Oh, Telford's gone. I didn't think I let Telford go, but that's alright. Okay, so let's go and promote Bauer and get him into the team. He'll be good enough relatively soon. So if we get Bauer ready in now and he starts playing, he's 16, promote to senior team, 62 overall. He's just as good as the striker we have now. A 61 overall, same difference. He'll be 62 in a sec. Compare the two. More physical, a bit more rounded about is Bauer, but he'll be really good soon enough. So that's quite good. What we do need to do this year is, as you can see with the team, this is all regens at the moment. So we need to get some backups up and rolling, and then get two center backs up there. Alvarez is going to grow rather nicely. If we can get another center back grown and ready for the first team before the end of the year, that would be absolutely perfect. But guys, that is going to be the end of this episode. We'll take a look at some transfer stuff next time around, but for now that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, and peace.